I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi. Peace and safety to the hopefully elect, all the Akim, scattered across the four corners, pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. This is another edition of Drop the Mic, and what I'm going to go into in this lesson is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21, and show you how this goes into the new covenant and who is the Lord's people that he's coming to save from their sin. All right. So this is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahawashi, which Yah meaning he, Hawashi meaning deliverer. For he shall save, all right, he shall save, all right, deliver his people from their sin. All right. So in this lesson, Yahawashi, aka the spiritual warden, all right, who's going to save his people. But the question is, who is the Lord's people? All right, is it all Israel, or is this referring to the elect? All right. So the first precept I want to get is in Isaiah chapter 22 and verse 22. All right, because I made the statement of the Lord being a spiritual warden, all right, in order to save or deliver. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 22 and verse 22. And the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulders, so he shall open and none shall shut, and he shall shut and none shall open. All right. And this is how the Lord is able to save and deliver his people. All right. And like I said, Yahawashi is basically a spiritual warden, man. All right. Let's get another precept in the book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 7. And it says, and to the angel of the church in Philadelphia, write these things, saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that has the key of David. All right, now let's look up this word key. And basically it just means authority. Metaphorically in the New Testament, it denotes power and authority of various kinds. All right. And that's how the Lord is able to save or deliver. All right. Because basically his elect is bound by sin. All right. And that's what we read in Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. He's come back to save his people, all right, from their sin. All right. And read, knowing he that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth. All right. And I'm going to show you how this goes into the new covenant. Let's get another quick precept in the book of John, verse 8 and 32. And it reads, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So in other words, and ye shall know Yahawashi, the deliverer. All right. And Yahawashi shall make you free. All right. Free from what? Free from sin. Okay. Free from sin. All right. Basically being a spiritual warden, man. All right. Because these bodies, all right, basically we in corrupted flesh, man. All right. And that's why when the Lord returns, he's going to fashion our body like into his glorious body. All right. That corruptible body into incorruptible body. All right. And therefore we wouldn't sin no more. But according to the new covenant that spoke of in the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, that spoke of in Hebrews chapter 8, it says that the Lord will be merciful to their unrighteousness and remember their sins. Will no more remember their sins. All right. Let's get another precept. In the book of John. I'm going to stay in the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 9. and deal with who's the Lord's people. All right. If it's referring to all Israel or it's referring to the Lord's elect. So this is John 17:9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. When you look up this word world, it says cosmos. All right. Meaning Israel. So the Lord himself said, I pray for them, meaning the elect. All right. Meaning his people. Okay. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. All right, referring to the elect, all right, which is the Lord's people, all right, that he's going to save from their sin. All right. Let's get another precept and prove that point further. In the book of Galatians, and prove it further. Who is the Lord's people? All right. Remember, the Lord said he prayed for them. Who is the them referring to? Galatians 6:16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be unto them and mercy, and upon the Israel of Yahweh. All right. The Israel of the Lord, man. Okay. Not all Israel. So that's the Lord people. All right. That's the them that the Lord gave to Yahawashi. Okay. That's the them that Yahawashi is praying for. Okay. Those will be the ones receiving the mercy. Okay. Let's go back to the book of John and jump down to verse 19. And it says, and for their sake I sanctified myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. Because remember, the truth shall set you free. All right. Which is the truth it represents Yahawashi. All right. So Yahawashi shall make you free. All right. Remember, he's the one has the keys. Okay. Yahawashi have the keys. So he's able to make you free. All right. From what? From sin. Okay. Now remember, this is not referring to the kingdom. All right. Because it won't be no sinning. All right. From the elect in the kingdom. All right. Remember, he's going to fashion their body like into his glorious body, that uncorruptible. All right. That corruptible is going to be made incorruptible. All right. So it's not referring to the kingdom. All right. It's referring to the new covenant. Okay. So it says, and for their sake, I sanctify myself. All right. And the there is referring to the them who the Lord has given Yahawashi. All right. His people, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. All right. Not through how many years you've been out teaching. Okay. Not how many garments, how nice your garment look. All right. Not by how many videos you put up a week. All right. Sanctified through the truth. Okay. Through the truth. So reading on, it said, neither pray I for these alone. All right. And the these is referring to the them in verse 9, who the Father has given Yahawashi. All right. But for them also which shall believe on me through their words. All right. Those partakers of the altar, man. Okay. Just like going back to the time of Noah. Okay. Noah's house believed on Yahweh through his words, man. All right. Through the words that Noah spoke to them. All right. Told them. All right. And they believed. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get another precept. Now let's go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 8. Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 12. Salakia. Hebrews 8 and verse 12. And we're going to read this with understanding without any private interpretation. And it says, for I will be merciful to their unrighteousness. All right. These are the same ones referred to in Matthew's chapter 1, verse 21 as his people. All right. That he was sent to save from their sins, not all Israel. All right. And it's not referring to the kingdom. All right. It's referring to the new covenant. This is the new covenant. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness and their sins, and their iniquities will I remember no more. Why? Because he's the spiritual warden. All right, that has the key, all right, to free you through what? The truth. All right, through the truth. Okay. Like I said, not by how long you've been teaching, all right, on the streets. Not through what camp you're a part of, okay? Not by how many videos you put up, all right? Not by how beautiful your garment is, all right? They're sanctified through the truth, them that the Lord has given him, all right? Not all Israel. This is not referring to all Israel, all right? This is referring to the Israel of God, okay? Remember, Paul said he endured all things for the elect's sake. All right. Remember Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. All right. A book of remembrance was written for them. All right. For them, the same them in John 17 and 9. All right. Who the Father has given him. Okay. That's who the Lord prays for. All right. That will be considered his people. All right, that he came back to save, all right, to save, to deliver, all right, from their sins, man, all right, because he has the keys. Therefore, he being the spiritual warden, all right. Now, let's get that in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5 and verse 1. And it says, run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem and see now and know and seek in the broad places thereof. If ye can find a man, if there be any that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth. All right. Remember, the elect is sanctified through the truth. Okay. Remember, it's the truth that sets you free. All right. From what? Sin. All right. Dealing with the new covenant. All right. Set you free from sin. Does that mean that you don't sin anymore? No. That means that the Lord is going to be merciful to your unrighteousness. All right. That means the Lord is not going to remember your sins. Why? Because he's a spiritual warden. And reading on, it says, this seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. All right. And that's what a warden would do. All right. Pardon you. All right. So, like I said, it doesn't mean that the elect don't sin. All right. Because remember, Paul say his flesh is wicked, man. All right. His flesh is wicked. All right. Even Paul, the apostle Paul. All right. The Lord had to be merciful to his unrighteousness. All right. Just like the elect. All right. So it says, I'm going to read it again. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem and see now and know and seek in the broad places thereof. If ye can find a man, if there be any that execute judgment, that seeketh the truth. And remember, the elect is sanctified through the truth, because it's the truth that sets you free. And I will pardon it. All right. How would the Lord pardon? Because he has the key. All right. Remember, the Lord has the keys. All right. So therefore, he being the spiritual warden. Now let's go back to the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21 again. And it says, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahawashi, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now we know his people is referring to the them in John 17 and 9, who the Lord has given him, okay, out of the world. Remember, he prayed not for the world. All right. He doesn't pray for all Israel. All Israel is not considered his people. All right. His people. All right. Who the Lord shall save from their sins, meaning he will be merciful. All right. To their unrighteousness. All right. These, his people will have to be pardoned. All right. And that's, part of the new covenant. All right. That is your new covenant. All right. Those are being pardoned. All right. Whose sins that the Lord will not remember. Okay. And I hope you brothers was edified. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.